There have been a few slightly smaller in size human-triggered avalanche. And when the human interacts with that, they're triggering that slab sitting over top of the weak snow.
Aaron Beardmore says right now the mountains in the area have a weak base with about 60 centimeters of snow on top. The concern is when there's a significant snowfall that could potentially trigger a widespread avalanche cycle.
And just everyone to keep aware of the fact that although we haven't had extreme amounts of snow so far this year, the avalanche conditions do remain there. They exist. On Friday, December 9th at 2 in the afternoon, there was an avalanche reported and witnessed. 2 in the group, no one buried, all good news. While skiing at Tunnel Creek, this is just off the Crow's Nest Highway in the Kootenays by the Elk River. While skiing at Tunnel Creek, we ventured to Lookers right up the ridge toward above the hut, hoping to ski the backside, the north-facing side, from the high point of the ridge. As we started to descend, skier number 1 triggered a small slab, approximately 2 by 2 meters on a convex roll, showing evidence of a 20-centimeter slab. Seeing this, we decided to stay to denser trees. Shortly afterwards, skier number 1 took 3 turns on the edge of a clearing before venturing further in the opening, coming to a stop above a tree. At this point, skier number 2 heard a whoomph and saw a crack propagating across the opening 20 meters above skier number 1. The avalanche occurred in an open area 20 meters wide at about 38 plus degrees. Skier number one was stopped above the ridge and anchored. They braced for the avalanche. The snow swept around the tree and continued down the slope. Skier number 1 remained safely anchored through the avalanche. Distressing incident there. Avalanche outside Fernie, Sunday, December 11th. An incident. 3 people in the group. 1 person fully buried. At 13:20, myself and 2 partners are ready to drop into the bowl, heading back to the car after 2 days at Thunder Meadows Hut. We looked down the line, noticed 2 convexities that we didn't want to touch. We agreed to ski the planar ramp in between and meet at an island of safety below before the terrain trap. A quick hand shear before dropping in confirmed unconsolidated snow on the surface. We skied one at a time and regrouped at our designated island of safety. The 3rd skier came down and regrouped. He finished stopping. We heard a massive whoomp that thundered across the slope. I looked up and started yelling at everyone to move left. I looked back and the 3rd skier was gone. No visual or audible clues. As the avalanche slowed, we turned our transceivers to the search, and I immediately got a signal 62 meters away and followed it through a small gully. As I moved through the gully, I saw snow movement to my right below. Then a hand popped up. I rushed over and immediately was able to clear his face and started digging him out. The only injury was a broken ankle. Scary incident just near Mount Fernie.
And he got swept into what we call a terrain trap. So sort of like a gully at the bottom of the slope where the snow piles up on top of him.
Fernie Search and Rescue says luckily the other 2 skiers were prepared with shovels and were able to dig their friend out before help could arrive.
And that's the reason that he survived. It's as simple as that.
At 0900 on Sunday, December 11th, the Selkirk Slabs, that's in the Purcell Wilderness. That'd be north of Winlaw and all that kind of places. 2 people in the group, nobody buried. We see the image here though. Good that no one was hurt there. Friday, December 9th, 10:30 a.m., backside of Bye Bye Bowl. This is outside Banff, in Banff Park. 1 person partly buried with normal breathing. People not injured, caught but not buried, 1. 2 people involved. Avalanche triggered by a 3rd skier in the group. He was taken down 20 meters, ended up being partially buried but not injured. We have 2 incidents outside Revelstoke, Montana Bowl skier trigger. 1 person not injured, caught but not buried. Triggered an avalanche halfway down the slope but was able to pull off to the skier's left. You see the image there of what it was like just before it went. Another incident right there. Nobody injured. Remote triggered. And then by the Sunshine Coast, Mount Steele. Total people in the group 7. 1 person not injured, was caught up in it but not buried. And that was in a terrain trap, a gully or depression. And there was another snowboarder triggered avalanche outside Squamish. So we're seeing a fair bit of incidents with no fatalities so far, but how long till that changes? And I always go back to the fact everyone's worried about bears. 10 or 15 people die in avalanches every year. Sometimes we go 3 years without a bear fatality in British Columbia, right? Have this disconnected understanding of how much danger we're in at any given time. If 70 people drown this past summer in the lakes and rivers in British Columbia, we don't think of the water as being nearly as terrifying as the bear. You know, be safe out there. Realize what the dangers are. Take preventative precautions. Be safe. Be smart. If there's doubt, don't do it. If you don't have proper training or proper beacons or proper gear, don't do it. Find somewhere that's not steep and deadly. Don't let your desire for extreme sports cause an extreme end to your life. Okay, I'm Joey Only, the Cariboo Weather Dude. Hope you enjoyed today's forecasts, and keep warm because it's coming. All right, we'll see you next time.